Hello everybody and welcome back to some more of our FM19 Journeyman in charge of FF Yarrow. And before we get into things, I just want to say that I am getting a little bit ill. It's nothing major, it's just a bit of a cold, but I feel fine, I want to record, but it's just like a blocked nose and I'm sneezing and things like that. So if this video and maybe the next couple after this, until basically I change clothes, is a little bit worse in quality, I do apologise for that, but I want to record before I get too ill to actually put out content, so I don't know if this is going to get worse or better. I want to make sure there's content there for you. So, without further ado, let's get into today's game where we have two more games. Today's video where we have two more games. We have Cups, and then we have our local rivals. We have VPS. Last time out, it was a very close game. It ended in a 1-1, and well, I think this time we need to be looking to take 3 points from that. So let's get this first game, the game against Cups, out of the way. Now, fitness is No one's quite fully fit, but most people are, fit enough. The only player who's a little bit struggling is Abed Malolo on 89% and Herman on 88, I guess. But I think we'll be fine. I'm going to submit the team. I'm just sort of hoping that we can put in a good performance. And I really just want to see some consistent goal scorers coming into the side. I mean, our top goal scorer at the minute is Sadov, who is having a decent run of it, but he seems to score either a lot or nothing. So ideally, he can just score one every game or something like that. That's a big ask, actually. But you know what I mean? He can score on a consistent basis, which, to be fair to him, he is starting to do. So, I expect to win. There was some good reactions to that, to be fair, for a pre-match team talk. Let's get it underway. Good form. I have no concerns about that. We've prepared in a professional manner. So, let's get underway, and hopefully we can put in a good performance and pick up the 3 points. We've got an early free kick here. Thomas Eriksson strikes. It goes just over the bar. We've also had an early injury, a knock to Serge Atakai. He's bouncing back from it quite nicely, though, and he's pretty much caught up to the rest of the team in terms of fitness. But, well, hopefully it doesn't affect the game. They've got a free kick here. So far it's been all us, but they're going to strike this. It's a save by Katunen, but they maintain the ball. It gets cleared. But, yeah, that's their first shot of the game so far. Up until then, it's been all us. And, well, they've got a throw in here. We've had all the play, but they've had all the highlights as we head this clear. And, well, if Sadov gets on the end of it, which he does, this may actually be a highlight in our favour. As Atakai bombs forward down the right-hand side. Can he get a ball into the centre? He tries to find Sadov. Can't. Eriksson's on it. Gives it to Sadov, who strikes, buries it. We ask him to score consistently, and then he goes and puts it into the back of the net. The initial cross from Atakai, a little bit underwhelming, to be honest. Tried to pick out Sadov. He did well to dodge that challenge, it's got to be said, but he pretty much just put it straight into their player. But Thomas Eriksson gets the ball, recycles it back into the box. Sadov strikes a very nice shot, and it puts us 1-0 up. It's a good bit of team play, to be honest. It's good to know that, we've got multiple players who can create chances between our wingers, Thomas Eriksson, and midfielders as well. We're not reliant on one person to create everything for us. So, we've got a goal kick here. Lindahl on the ball. There's about 5 minutes to go until half-time. I'd love to see us just work this well, but it's a long ball forward. Chenkam's on the end of it. He's running at their goalkeeper. He strikes. It's saved, and they clear for a corner. Like I said, I wanted us to work it well. I'd like to have seen some nice build-up, but a chance coming out of it, leading to a corner. You can't complain too much. The corner goes in towards the back post, and, well, Malolo picks up the loose ball here, and if we can recycle this well, we can potentially have a chance, but no. Thomas Eriksson, the ball just sort of hit him in the face, which is a little unfortunate, it's got to be said. And, well, the highlight fades out. They're all looking disinterested. A bad shout from their manager, I imagine. But, so far, it's only a 1-0 scoreline, but we've been the dominant side. And 10 shots, 7 on target shows that we're not just shooting, silly shots. We're having good chances, which is what you want to see, really. So, Katunen as well, 3 shots saved. It's a good performance from him. Things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better. I've just realised the mouse is out of sync. I'm sorry, I'll fix it before the second game, unless I forget. But, so far, things are looking good. We've cut out the highlight from kickoff here, and Eriksson's played it forward towards Sadov. He's got it into the box. It's a good cross. We can't get on the end of it. Eriksson on it now. Back to Ronco. Can we work something from this? Some quick, short passes coming in between Malolo and Eriksson. They give away a free kick. Are we going to see it? We are. So, Eriksson's going to step back to take this one, and, well, he strikes it. It just drifts wide. It was a good cut out there, though. A good bit of hustle to win that ball. And, well, it created a chance for us. Shame he couldn't result in more, but it's good to see we're still fighting. We're not complacent. So, we're about 56 minutes in, and I'm just going to make a quick change. Atakai picked up a knock earlier in the game. He's not doing anything outstanding. He's by no means having a bad game, but he's not, integral to the side right now. And he's also on a booking, so I'm going to bring on Yukonen for him. No fault of his own. It's just, purely just to make sure he doesn't get sent off. Nothing like that happens. I think that might actually be a suspension for the next game anyway. I'm pretty sure he was only 1 yellow card off, but hopefully that's not too big of an issue. A dissue? I don't know what a dissue is. But there is a highlight here, and they're in possession of the ball on this right-hand side, looking for a cross potentially. But Ronco with an excellent challenge. Our anchorman doing his job very, very well. Feeds it to Sadov. Can we get across into the centre? We can. And Yukonen just comes on the pitch and is there to slot in that goal. Only his second goal of the season, but I really do rate him as a player. I think he's very influential to the side, even if he's not the one directly, putting in the assists or getting the goals. I think he does have a very good effect on the side when we bring him on. And well, showing Sadov with a great ball in here, picks out Yukonen perfectly. He's able to run onto it on that back post in absolutely an acre of space. And he puts it away and he doubles our lead, exactly what we wanted to see. 13 minutes left to play then, and I'm going to make a couple of changes just to, compensate for some of our fitness issues so far. So Peterson's going to come on for Thomas Eriksson, who's very tired, he always is. And then Ulmanen's going to come on for Felix Chenkum just to, keep him match sharp, keep getting him out there just for sort of the end of games in case we do need him. Chenkum's not had a bad game today. We saw a couple of chances from him, but again, no oomph from him. But Herman's going to take a free kick. It goes over the bar. Just after we take Eriksson off, we end up with a free kick, which is a bit typical. But, well, another one here is Herman strikes again, and it just goes nowhere. We've seen Herman have a lot of free kicks. None of them have ever came to anything, so maybe we should have a better second free kick taker. But they have a throw in here. The game's obviously not over yet. There is still time left to play. And they have a chance, potentially, if they can work this forward. But they play it up. Oh, it goes over the head of Lindahl. They're able to get the shot off and bury it. And they pull the game back to 2-1, and they're rushing back to the centre circle with the ball. I thought Lindahl was going to claim this all day. That's sort of why I was like, but Lindahl, no, it just goes straight over his head. I've mentioned it before. Lindahl has about 8 heading. It's not his best attribute. And they capitalised there. It was a good ball over the top from them. And you've got to say, they did well with it. But let's say what do we want to do? Concentrate, I think, is the perfect thing to say right now. It's exactly what we want. And, well, they've got a late throw in here. Looking to work it into our box. Potential for a cross, but we block it well. The ball only goes back to them, though, and they've got it into the centre. Come on, put in a tackle. They've got space out on the side. It's a good save from Katoon, and Herman just about gets it clear up the pitch, and Yukonen's actually running onto this. He managed to keep it in. Can't find Ulmanen with it, and the ball remains in play. Potentially another chance for them here as we gave it away a bit. As the ball goes over the top and they're on a break, they strike. Katunen with a wonderful save. They still have possession of the ball, but Sunderman cuts that out. Not another highlight, Jesus. Lindahl's on the ball. I need a break. Nurmos on this right-hand side. Come on, just play it safe as Malolo pumps up. Yukonen's on the end of it. It's a great ball. And, well, can we find a ball into the box? We can. Ulmanen can't get on the end of it, though. They have retained possession. Can we please win this? Nurmos back on it. Pumps it up. Yukonen on the end of it again. Running at their keeper. Strikes. They save. Put it out for a corner. Well, some of these passes, by the way, that come from Malolo, just before this goes in, I don't give the guy enough credit, but some of Malolo's balls forwards are absolutely perfect. Like, I don't always show them because they don't always lead to good highlights, but some of his passing is ridiculous. He's one of the better players in the side, but Peterson puts in the corner. They head clear, and Ronco pounces on the ball. Just don't give this away. Malolo's on it now. Come on, I've just bigged you up. He's gave it... They've got the ball on the right-hand side. Never big up your players as they play it forward. They're running at our keeper. Katunen with another wonderful save. You can talk about Sadov and Eriksson and other players as being so important in this match, but Katunen is just letting a goal. Don't big up your players. Do not big up your players as they equalise in added time. Words. I mean, we blocked the first one. The player on the line, the player on the post, blocked a shot, which is a miracle. But I believe that actually just got in Katunen's way. And, well, with just seconds remaining, obviously a little bit of extra added time because of the goal. But I doubt it's going to play too much impact. And, well, this is very reminiscent of last season. We had a 2-goal lead late in the game. And, well, we just sort of gave it away, really, to 2 silly late goals. An over-the-top ball, which Lindahl just completely missed, and then a late corner on the second chance, and it's not good. It's really not good. And to be fair to Katunen, he really did keep us in the end of that game there. He made a few very, very important saves. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased, though, because to be throwing a game away like that is just... It's not acceptable, if we're going to be honest. So, let's get into this next game. This, as a 1-1... Not a good result. Really isn't. They're not a great side. We needed to do better, I think, really, there. But the next game is a lot more important. We really need to win our local rivals, or our local derbies. A win here could actually see us climb quite high into the table. Now, this is something we've been talking about in my Discord server, but we've realised that the top spot gets Champions League, and although it's not highlighted here, the 2nd, 3rd and 4th place slots get Europa League football. So if we can finish up here, we could be in Europe, which would be insane. So, we're unbeaten in 4. They've not all been wins. Let's go into this game against our rivals and let's really push for those top spots and see where we can end up. So, an offers came in here for Abed Malolo, and I just don't... I've got no interest in accepting this. Absolutely no interest. He's not interested in speaking to them anyway, so I'm glad we're thinking along similar terms here. But just out of interest, I mean, we only signed him for 20k. He's now valued at 150 and clubs are offering around that for him. It shows the guy how much he's just improved under our club. Now, we're going to reject this offer outright. He's got no interest in speaking to them. I've got no interest in selling them. It's good for all parties all around. But, well, players are starting to recognise our talent, or clubs are starting to recognise our talent, sorry. It's an interesting sign. Now, there's a couple more offers coming in, and this one is going to be considered. Harkonnen wants to leave. He's not getting enough football. And when we have played him, he's not been very good, is sort of the problem. So, when I spoke to him, I said we'd accept offers worth around 130k. This one's 90k, 35k in installments, then 30% of the profit from next sale in a non-negotiable offer. And honestly, we got him on a free. That's a good offer for a player who's done nothing for us. We've got him on a free. We're turning him over for about 125k plus whatever they get in profit for him, or 30% of that. That's a good deal. And for a player who wants to leave, I'm going to let him go. He's just not been good enough when we've played him, and it's just good money for the club. Another offer here from Malolo. They can just, no, go away. This money they're offering for him is getting silly, though. They're offering like 200k, which is crazy. But yeah, Harkonnen then, on his way out in the next transfer window, providing they can agree contractual terms. So I was just sort of clicking around, sort of looking at things, and I ended up looking at the Finnish First Division, and Kiani are bottom of the league. Now, Kiani got promoted at the same time as us. They were in our league last season and finished bottom, meaning they got automatic relegation. I was expecting them to sort of be up and amongst it to come back up. No, they're straight bottom of the league. They've only won 2 games and they've only scored 7 goals. Which is mad. That is crazy. Like, they're literally pulling a Sunderland. There's 2 teams here that have won their last 5 games. I'm glad I'm not in that division. They're on 39 points. They've won every single match. That's worrying. What's going on here? I don't even want... If I'm being honest, I don't even want to know. They're good. They've not even got anyone who's that highly valued. It's... Okay, sure. Anyway, I'll finally get us towards this next game. Now, there's been a lot of stop-start here, so let's see if we can progress. Sorry, I know I said we were going to progress. We've got a job interview. Honka offered us a job interview. Don't know why we'd accept that, because they're 11th and we're 5th. So if we were declining job interviews from clubs higher than us last season, we ain't going to be accepting these, are we? Let's decline that, but we're being offered jobs. It's something. Another transfer offer. Now people want Ronco. AC Vienna have put in an offer for him, and he'd need some convincing in order to consider moving there. Well, good, because I don't want to lose you, but worth pointing out that they've just offered... What? How much is this in total? 135k for Ronco. We picked him up on a free last season. Like, when I said I was bringing players in on a free and looking to make some money on them, I wasn't expecting it to be quite so effective. First, we've had Harkonnen, who's leaving potentially for quite a lot of money. And now a similar story for Ronco, who's worth quite a lot. And, well, that's just going to be a flat rejection, to be honest. I'm not going to find a better anchorman than Ronco for that amount of money, so there's no point in selling him. Like, he's just too important to the side right now. He doesn't want to leave. There is absolutely no need to even consider that. So, finally we are here for our derby game against VPS. We're a team in demand right now. Our midfielders, our strikers, me. Everyone just wants to take apart our team, but so far, majoritively, we are sticking together. And, well, we're going to go into this derby game and we're going to put in a good match. And I've only just realised, by the way, that this is also Herman's old club. So it's doubly important in some ways, but we're playing pretty well so far. We've only picked up 1 defeat in our last 9 games. So hopefully we can carry that forward into today and not have a repeat of last match where we threw it away. So we're going with the same team. It's been a week since the last game. It's actually been 11 days. And the players have been rested. They've got a 4-4-2 here with a lot of regens. Only the one player who isn't a regen. And he's 33 years old and a bit naff. So yeah, the less said about him, the better. But we're slightly ahead of these in the league. I'm hoping that we can prove why today. I expect nothing but a win. Thomas Eriksson, obviously a player who grew up at Yarrow, is quite a fan of that because I think he feels the same way as I do. You need to win your derby matches. You can't not. It's unacceptable. From a fan perspective, you can't lose your derby matches. We've got an early free kick here, and Lindahl's going to drill it into the box. He tried to pick up Chenkum on the back post, but it's easily claimed by their keeper. And now they're going to try and look to start something. And, well, they pump it up the pitch. Ojala gets onto it pretty easily there. And they're working it quite nicely around this side. But Ronco with a wonderful tackling, proving why we want to keep him at this club. Sadov's on the ball, bombing forward. He slides through Chenkum, who strikes just wide of the post. So close for him there, but not quite on target. It's a good early chance, though, and we're showing a good bit of fight to want something from this match. Well, 39 minutes in, and, well, it's only the second highlight of the game, and so far it's been mostly them in terms of the stats. So I'm hoping we can turn this around here and have a good chance, and hopefully put the ball into the back of the net as we're working it around nicely in the midfield. It's good to see some controlled build-up. Hopefully we can maintain this and not make any silly errors as Nurmos and Lindahl pass it around between them. And, well, we go forward to Malolo, who loses out on the ball. His touch not quite good enough. And now they're in possession and potentially a chance for them here as they look to push forward. We've broke our backline a little bit, but Herman intercepts well. Pumps one up to Chenkum, who's through on goal. He's running at the keeper. He strikes, but it's just at the keeper. His finishing just isn't there this season as they've got a free kick. Kaikonen strikes. The ball's spilling everywhere. The goal's been disallowed for offside. It does not stand. It just sort of ricocheted everywhere, landed at their feet, and evidently, according to them, it's offside. So, well, it worked out in the end, but Chenkum's finishing is just off. It's just not there. It gets to the point where, like, you're happy you're getting the chances right. He's getting the breaks, he's getting the chances, he's getting about 1 a game. But he's just not putting it in. He's missing one-on-ones so often. And that's just not acceptable. So, with that in mind, I'm going to aggressively say far from pleased because we need to be winning this game. We need 3 points. And then I'm also going to make a change. I'm going to bring on Ulmanen as a poacher and just go for that, basically. Just change up Chenkum, because if he's not going to perform, we'll take him off, and I've got no problems with doing that. So, other than that, we're going to keep everything the same. We're going to go out there, and we just need to find a way to make this ball hit the back of the net. Hopefully, that change can try and inspire that. We've got an early corner here. Eriksson's going to put it in towards the back post. Ulmanen tries to get on the end of it, but it's headed clear. He's back on the ball, though. Eriksson, can he find a good cross? Well, we're playing it short, but he does go for one. It sort of dribbles towards the net, off a deflection from their player, but eventually just goes out for a corner, which we are going to see. And, well, we're going to put it towards this back post again. It's headed clear. Sadov's on it. He goes for the strike. He gets blocked. He gets tackled. Eriksson on the ball. Cuts inside. Back to Sadov. Cleared. Sadov's shot there. I think if the defender wasn't in the way, the keeper wouldn't have been able to stop that. It looked like a good strike, if not for that defender. But another chance here, potentially, as Malolo's on the ball. Back to Ronco. A long ball up. It goes straight to their keeper. That's awful. And it's not that terrible, to be fair. It was close to Ulmanen, just a little bit too high for him. As they pump up, Nurmos heads down, and Thomas Eriksson back on the ball, and we are back on the attack. No, Ulmanen gets tackled. They're in possession, looking to work it down this left flank. Herman's chasing back, closes down Munch, but they go for a cross. Sundman heads back to Katunen. A lot of power on that header. Looked more like a shot. That was scary, and something's needed here, but I'm not quite sure what the answer is. I'm not quite sure what would improve this game. I'm sure I paused that. No, Kaikonen takes a free kick, and they're 1-0 up, and I'm going to actually pause at this time, which I could have sworn I just did, but never mind. I'm going to bring on Yukonin for Atakai. You just try and get an attacking change on to shake things up. But so far, we're 1-0 down. They've just bagged their first, or Kaikonen, sorry, has just bagged his first goal of the season. And we're 1-0 down against our local rivals, and to be frank, that's not good enough. We need to look to turn this around and ideally put ourselves in a position to claim the 3 points soon. Well, there's a chance here. Malolo looks to pump it forward. It only falls as far as them, though, and they are back on the ball, looking to come at us. And, well, they're working it down this right-hand side. we go for a tackle, but it just misses. It's just poor. They strike, and it goes out for a goal kick. We need to see some of these in our favour. We need to see us attacking them, not the other way around. Let's tell them to get creative. We need to be going at them here. And we need to be trying to, well, create some chances. It's pretty much what it says on the tin. But nothing's happening. I think we need another change. I'm just not sure what the right change is. I'm going to go for Moilanen instead of Seedorf, who's not having the best game. And just see if he can grab anything in sort of these dying minutes. But the time is flying by and we're seeing nothing of it. There's 4 minutes of added time. And again, well, there's a late highlight. It's a throw-in in their favour. If we can maybe win this, Sunderman gets on the second ball, but only heads it back down to them. Fair to say Sunderman not had the best of games out here, but we're putting the pressure on, and Herman's able to reclaim the ball after they give it up. Now, potentially, a chance for us to attack here. Yukonen, down on this right-hand side, plays it back to Herman. So long ball up. What was that? What a waste. What a waste of a chance that was. It's just daft. It's just silly. They pump it up and, well, we can't get on the end of it. And they're back in possession. And it looks like it's going to be another highlight in their favour. They cross towards the back post and strike. And it goes just wide. We've just not looked great this game. I'm not going to lie. And there's, what, 50 seconds left? 40 seconds left after this throw? And they're going to take their sweet time with this. They have no reason to rush. Look at them. They're taking ages. It's not as bad as Lindahl in a couple of games ago where he took like 50 seconds. But just 20 seconds remaining. Nothing's going to come of this, is it? As Herman's on the ball. Unless he can put through an absolute worldie. No. Deflects off of their player. And this is going to be a very disappointing 1-0 defeat. We didn't look great. I mean, we created a couple of chances. But they weren't... Well, Chaincombs was clear cut and should have been scored, to be honest. And he's not really having the best time of it, to be honest. Like, he's slotted away a few goals recently, but with the amount of chances he gets, he should certainly be doing a lot better. And I think our strikers this season are sort of letting us down, but, I mean, yeah, I'm far from pleased with that result. It's really not good enough. And to only pick up 1 point from these last 2 games, it's not a great run of form. But we have got MP next. If there was ever a team we could bounce back against, it would be the team that are bottom of the league. You know, so 3 points there. Then we've got HJK, who are top of the league. I would have liked just not to lose. Like, the win was necessary in that game, if you ask me. But even just picking up the point would have been passable. But it's just not... It's not being good, to be honest. And Yukonen's injured as well. He's got pulled hammy. We need to try and fix this striker issue. Otherwise, like, so far, it's a bit of a... Oh... It's a problem, but not really, because we can defend quite well and we can score enough to compensate for it. But as we've seen in the last couple of games, well, our defence has been exposed a little bit, especially late in the game, like in this one. And I think against Maraham as well, I think we conceded quite late, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, we conceded quite early and came back. What? There's one game here where we threw it away late. I don't know which one it is. This one here. This one against FC Inter, we conceded in the 86th minute. I knew there was one of them. I just couldn't remember which. But we need our strikers firing on all cylinders. We can't just be giving up opportunities and throwing games away because of it. Like, we need to try and solve this issue, and we need to try and do it soon. I'm going to look into ways to do that before the next 2 games, which, like I've already said, are MP and HJK. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry again if it's been a little bit off because I've been a little bit sick, but hopefully this stops being a problem soon. Hopefully the video is still enjoyable, and I hope to catch you all for the next one, which will be up at 5:30 PM tomorrow, or you can subscribe to get it into your feed, whichever floats your boat. Join the Discord, everything goes in there. We've got a little bit of conversation going off in there. The more people in there, the more there'll be. It'll be fun times. Follow me on Twitter, I tweet everything out, and any support you show on there is absolutely incredible for, like, sort of helping spread the channel. Thank you all very much for watching. I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, and goodbye.